Welcome back to Let's Play Magical Diary. I am the RNGenius, but you may call me Eric, and... new recording session, new day. I'm not corrupted by this girly game anymore, so now I can play it again. Totally. And it's really warm. Maybe that's because I'm drinking hot tea. Maybe not a good idea. Well, on Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. I get up to go to my detention. Oh. Ow. We're probably gonna meet Donald, right? When I arrive at the room for detention, it seems that the professor hasn't even bothered to turn up. Donald is here, scowling down at a notebook in front of him. He doesn't pay any attention to my entrance. There's a thick blue library book on the table with folklore of the mythology compilation. Oh my god. On the cover, in silver lettering. Next to it, a piece of paper headlined with my name and Professor Grabener's handwriting. According to this note, I'm supposed to read a list of selected fairy tales and identify the most common failing of the human heroes. I flipped through the book quickly. Aithne the bride, Beauty and the Beast, the sea nymph, east of the sun and west of the moon, the gifts of the mountain spirits. Are all these stories true, or just the ones he's picked out, or none? I've heard some of these since I was a little girl, but they never mentioned yoga or dances like the one we had. I'd better get to work. By the end of the afternoon, I finished taking notes on the fairies. On the fairies in these stories. They're all completely different. One will give you gold if you're polite and give you a hunchback if you're not, but another will only give treasures to people who insult them. One hero defeated an army of elves just by digging a hole in a hill and sprinkling it with salt. But in a different story, a king lost his whole country and was cursed for 100 years for looking at a fairy woman naked. Yeah. I can tell stories about that. I have no idea what I'm supposed to learn from this, except maybe that dealing with fairies is a bad idea? Trophy earned naughty. Oh my god, that's my first achievement ever. Great, right? It was boring work, but it's over now. I'm naughty, huh? Not really, I'm just... Nah, that's okay. It's okay. Still nothing in the inventory because I don't go to the mall and buy things. Also here, not much. Fairy stories, wow. Spellbook, we still have our stupid little spells that don't do much when I use them. Apparently. Okay, let's continue with this. Okay. I think I'm at the point where I will only focus on black and blue magic. I think, yes. Maybe this week is completely devoted to black magic, but I can't do that, right? I've got 10 stress, okay. Still no idea how stress affects anything in this game, but probably doesn't. Maybe I should do some testing. Well, a week of black magic. Man, this is gonna be hardcore. 3 magic, 3 stress, detect charm. 3 mana. Detects objects with which have been enchanted in the caster's current location. Well, could have used that in the dungeon, right? Probably not. Maybe those rocks were enchanted. I'm still thinking about that, even though it's days later, by the way. I'm so pissed off that I had to restart this 3 times over to do that. What? Open! 10 mana. Unlocks and opens doors or other objects that are designed to open and close. Wow, 10 mana. Wow. Not... well, I'm smart enough, but ugh. 10 mana is a bunch. Wow, time's going by. Failure? What do you mean failure? Well, that was the first time. Hello, Claire. Did you enjoy your dinner? I didn't enjoy that failure the day before yesterday. I suppose it was alright. Really? If you like your chili on the bland side? I thought so. There are many secrets here you probably haven't found yet, such as the best place to get a good meal. Would you like to come to dinner with me tomorrow, off campus? At the mall food court? Near the mall, but not quite part of it. It's called the Glen. It's magic only. The professors go there when they're too tired to travel, and visiting parents who want to take their student children somewhere nice. I thought parents weren't allowed to visit. Non-magical parents aren't supposed to visit. Oh, so, would you like to go? I can't afford it. This is a date. I'm busy this week. I'm not really busy this week. Does this mean you trust me? Yeah. What you said before about not trusting anyone, is that still true? Or have you changed your mind? He doesn't look very happy about that question. Are we really going to be friends this time? What do you want me to say? I don't know. That you'll talk to me? That you'll tell me when something's wrong instead of blowing me off like you did before? Right, I can do that, I think. I don't understand why, but it seems like the idea of having an honest conversation with me scares him worse than a zombie plague. Really, he looks kinda happy about it, but oh well. I can't promise to answer all your questions. Can you at least tell me when you're not telling me? Maybe. So, he'll come, right? Oh, don't ask me those questions, mister. I don't see any way I could say no to that now. Of course. Great. I'll meet you tomorrow at the mall. He tilts his head in farewell, then walks away. Would be way cooler if he just teleported away, but well. Morning. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. Again. Ellen, there's a letter for you. Oh, it's from my family. Ellen carefully works her finger under the sealed envelope flap, opening it with a minimum of tearing, then unfolds the letter and begins to read. What? She drops back onto her bed with a thud and stares at the paper in her hands. What is it? It's nothing, just a change of plans. Apparently I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. What? Because it's a long way for such a short break, so it's better for me to stay here. Is that what you want? That doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. It's not my decision. I can't go home on my own. They don't want me there. Well, we want you there, don't we, Claire? Yeah! Come on, we should all do something together today. No, not today. You can't do that with me. I've got a date. If I say this, they are gonna ask me with whom, and she's gonna be pretty pissed. Nope, not today. Can we do it tomorrow? I've got things to do today. What's more important than your roommates? Virginia, it's okay. I'm okay. Virginia glares at me, but doesn't say anything. Still pissed off, huh? Pfft, let's go study a bit. Let's ignore what I just said. Whatever. Mall. I didn't see Damien the shuttle van on the way over. I'm not sure if he's here somewhere already or if he isn't coming until later. Since we're supposed to be having dinner, we won't be meeting for a couple of hours, so he has plenty of time. I've never seen him here actually. I don't see absolutely everyone in the mall, of course, but he's sort of hard to miss. But can he go to a place like this, looking like he does? He said when he went to Apple Festival he had to disguise himself. If he's wearing an illusion, he could be right here and I'd never know it. He could be anyone. A little boy, an old man, or a woman in a suit. Except, I don't think so. Looking at the people around me, somehow I'm sure that none of them could be Damien. Even under an illusion, he would never slouch or shuffle like some ordinary teenager. He's a falcon and falcon to the core. That grace would always shine through. So if he's not here, what should I do while I wait? Yeah, magic store's not gonna cut it with $50. Also, I can't go eat something because I'm having dinner later and it's not even giving me the option. Which is, well, kind of interesting. So, window shopping? Window shopping decreases my stress. But window shopping is also... the next thing I'm gonna do next week is sleep on Monday. So my stress goes down a whole bunch. Probably all the way down? I don't know, maybe 20. So, it could be, fuck. Well, sometimes, man. Only if you, this all sucks. Just watch. I've clicked this before, I think. I don't quite recall. I'm not superb at remembering stuff. Maybe I should just use the claw machine, whatever that means. I see my sights to acute stuff. Oh, that's the claw machine, right? Ahaha. I thought it was something, well, gory. I set my sights on a cute stuffed rabbit, insert my money and maneuver the claw until it's above the price. The claw descends and takes hold of the rabbit, but lets it fall again before it reaches the exit shut. Chewed. That's so frustrating. Haha. If I give it a push, it should bounce up into the exit chute. Someone's gonna be angry about this. Here it goes. Nothing happened? How weird. Stress increased by 1. Better luck next time. That was a reference, I think. Oh, probably not. At the arranged time, I wait near the main entrance for Damien. There he is, and looking just like he always does. None of the non-magical shoppers seem to notice. Well, Halloween was only last week. Hello, Claire, are you ready? Where are we going? You'll see. Okay, I should probably not speak him like some rapist, but maybe. Just no. It's not far, just across the parking lot. I didn't see a restaurant there. It's hidden, of course. The easiest way to find it is to go with someone who's been before, shall we? He offers me his arm, and with minor hesitation, I lay my hand on it. It's slightly embarrassing for a friendly outing, but I do need him to guide me. And so together we leave the mall. When we reach the restaurant, I stop and stare. Not quite what you were expecting. It looks so normal. After passing the invisibility barriers, just like that, I was ready for anything. But this place could be any number of restaurants I've eaten at with my parents. The only obvious difference is the customers. Damien isn't the only one here with wings. There's a little figure at one of the tables who looks like a cross between a bird and a goblin. What does that look like? Wow. And across the way I see Jacob sitting with two older men, one of whose hair is apparently on fire. It is similar to rely on standard suppliers and build something in keeping with the world. They save their energy for the food. In the other world, there are no limits. You can eat off floating platters in a crystal palace. What is the other world? Ah, no one has told you about that yet? Think of it like a fairyland. It's another world next to this one where magic runs more strongly. It is wonderful, but it has its dangers. That's where magical creatures come from. Elves, dragons, all the sources of myths and legends. And you? We should talk about that later. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. No, I want to tell you, but I think we should order first. We sit at a booth and I look around for a menu without seeing one. Then Damien takes a narrow cylinder from a vase on the center of the table, unrolls it and hands it to me. A scroll! I look over the listings, but I have no idea what most of them are. They're not even all in the same language, as far as I can tell. Would you like me to order for you? Pick something at random. Ask for a ham. Wow. Wow. I'm really tempted to click this, but it's probably gonna give me a weird stat point or stat boost. At least that's what I'd expect. That's what I'd do. Pick something at random because I don't want to admit that I can't read stuff. Yeah, let's let him order. When the waiter comes, Damien rattles off a string of syllables that I cannot understand, then smiles at me. A few minutes later, the appetizers arrive. Damien has a set of tiny eggs inside a nest of leaves, and I have a thin, pale brown tube filled with cream, like some sort of jelly roll. What is this? An amusing. I think I did a pretty good job of pronouncing that. Take a bite, a small one. I nibble at the end. It tastes like an ordinary cake. Is it normal for witches to have dessert first? Take another bite. I nibble again, and my eyes go wide. It tastes like biting into a packet of sweet and sour sauce. Huh? Keep going. Another bite, but this one I nearly spit out. Vinegar! I struggle to swallow, and if you didn't like that one, don't laugh. So, I screw my face up a bit, hold back the giggle and ask, why not? The idea is to amuse the mouth. The flavor will keep shifting until you laugh, and then it stays that way. How magical. I don't want to miss out on the effect, so I keep a straight face while I finish my amusing. I get it. A waitress comes by to clear the appetizer plates, and we wait for the main course. So, I suppose it's time. Time? To tell you about where I come from. Don't give me this damn sad music stuff. Bah. Please promise me you won't repeat this story to anyone else. I promise. It's not easy to talk about. You don't have to if you don't really want to. No, I know you. Being who you are, I don't believe you'll judge me the same way. You don't have the same expectations because you weren't born to magic. Neither was I. What? But you're not human, but my parents are. Huh? I'm a changeling. You were swapped as a baby? As far as I know, I don't exactly remember. But, you're blue? I think that sort of notice. I didn't look like this until later. I grew up always believing that there was something wrong with me, that the face I saw in the mirror wasn't right, but I didn't know why. So I imagined all sorts of things. Perhaps as my parents weren't my parents, perhaps I was a lost prince and someday my real family would come and take me away. And save me. I think every unhappy child imagines that. He sighs and brushes stray crumbs from off the table, not meeting my eyes. Did they come, your birth family? No, I've never seen them. I wish they had, even if one's a demon, they couldn't be... well... When I turned 13, I saw my true face for the first time. I was terrified. I had to learn to hide it and pretend to be normal, even though I knew it was all a lie. It was quite a shock when I first came to Iris and everyone started demanding to know my bloodline. I couldn't tell them and I didn't want to explain. Why would they even ask? That's rude. You see? That's why I could tell you this. Because it doesn't matter to you. They want to know who I'm related to, so they know my status. There aren't that many all-magical families, and they're very proud of who they are. And when I wouldn't answer their questions, because I couldn't, that made them think I had something to hide. Especially William. His eyes flick back and forth, then suddenly he leans back in his seat and smiles. Before I can ask why, the waiter arrives to bring the main course. Bon appetit. The food is good, but my mind is too full of questions to really pay attention. There's obviously a lot more to the story, but for someone who has trouble trusting others, he's probably told me more than he wants to already. I don't want to push him by asking for more. At last he looks up from his plate. Did you know that William was originally a falcon? What? We were hallmates at first, freshman year. He never said that. He probably didn't want to spoil his image by telling you what happened. Being kicked out of Falcon Hall for starting a fist fight doesn't sound very cool, does it? A fight with you? He lets out a shallow sigh. He kept trying to break into my room. He followed me around, but I wouldn't tell him anything. No. Let's talk about something else. Right. Do you come here often? Oh, occasionally, but not for a while. It's much nicer when you have someone to share it with. You like the dessert. The dessert? There's only one? Well, it's possible to request an extra if you're greedy, but I don't think it would be good for you. The dessert plate is provided to everyone, gratuit. Whatever, I can't do French. It's not... I took Latin class. Even if you only came for coffee. It's part of the magical tradition of hospitality. No guest should go without. That's nice. He settles back in his seat and looks at me. Have you ever considered wearing some sort of ornament in your hair? Something like that could really bring out the color in your eyes. Wow. I don't know. I'm a falcon. We like pretty things. Last year there was a senior in Butterfly Hall who wore a golden circlet with an enormous flower on each side of her head that changed colors as the day went by. You should have seen her. She was beautiful. Dark hair like a waterfall. I poke absently at my plate, then set my silverware down and allow the waiter to take it away. A few minutes later, the dessert plate arrives. Strawberries? Look more closely. I look again. They are shaped like strawberries, but their surfaces are smooth and seedless, and slightly shiny, like candy. Is that, marzipan? I've heard the word, but I don't really know what it means. No, it's better. Don't give me that. Nothing is better than marzipan. I love marzipan. That's awesome. They're blown sugar glass. Careful, they're blown sugar glass. Careful, they are fragile. Bah. Put one in your mouth and suck gently. Okay. I pick up a sugar berry and pop it into my mouth. For a moment, there's just a vague sweetness as the sugar melts on my tongue. Then, all of a sudden, a burst of liquid flavor. Damien laughs at the surprise on my face. They are filled with strawberry juice. It's supposed to provide energy. Why doesn't the sugar dissolve? Magic! After finishing the strawberries, I do feel energized. We chat a bit more and then Damien pays the bill, trying to hide the amount from my eyes. And then it's time to find a van back to campus. All throughout, he's been a perfect gentleman, a friend, and not a hint of anything more. After riding back from the mall, I walk across the grounds to stretch my legs. Miss Lerotte? Hi, Professor. Did you have a good day? We need to talk. What's wrong? Wow. Wow. You tried to use magic today in the mall. Did you think about what might happen if you had succeeded? Huh? How does she even know about that? Never display magic in front of those who cannot use it themselves. I didn't. There are protections there in case of accidents. Do you understand? This is very important. No magic in the mall or elsewhere. Or anywhere else where normal people might see it. It would have been nice if they had told me that earlier. I asked Virginia if the locals at the mall would notice us. Nobody batted an eye at our outfits. Because this is a very serious issue, I have to assign 10 demerits. I don't want to, but this affects us all of us. I understand. This game's called Magical Diary, and every time it tells me that I can use magic, it punishes me for it. That's... How can you do that? That's awful. I hope I don't get suspended when this bar fills up, because I'm kinda not doing a great job at getting that bar on the plus side of things. Well, I'm glad that awful business is out of the way. This won't be a problem ever again, right? And really, it isn't fair to use your spells to cheat. I paid $1 for that teddy bear. I only get $5 a week. Even if those machines are cheating you first. They are? Have you ever seen anyone win? You would need finely tuned reflexes and deep knowledge of machinery and physical reactions in order to receive a prize. Or an amazing amount of luck. Even my pets are freaking out because I'm making this voice. She has to go. Let me know if you manage it. She flashes me a twinkling smile and walks away. Oh my god, this was a long episode, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, sure, that's not good. Yeah, I can measure that, because it's basically... Wow. Damn it, you... Not happy about you seeing the date when I'm recording this, but oh well. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. I did. We made progress with Damien and increased our black magic shenanigans. So until next time. Bye bye.